Hello, hello again. I am back. So let's see what my score was of the daily. Okay, so it appears to be kind of glitched. So, yeah, the daily last time with the lost run was a little questionable. Nicholas just wanted to challenge us. Well, thank goodness I didn't do it on the Xbox and ruin my 5 win streak. I'm on 4 now, so let's do a random run here. Oh, Lilith. I haven't done Lilith in a while. She's an interesting character. EM0SAFGX. Yeah, I just got some water to drink here. It's I've been looking up some advice when it comes to like, you know, voice issues, for like, starting out doing let's plays and stuff. And it's all some good advice. Some tea and honey and stuff, which I don't really drink tea and not so much with honey. Nothing wrong with it. It's just yeah, I just don't really have any. I mean, I can go to the store and get some, but it's like it's a little bit more of an effort just for my throat. Just a little bit of rest and hydration and stuff that seems to help for the most part. Because yesterday I did a video, and it seemed like my voice was kind of starting to crack a bit, and it was a little sore afterwards too. And I was like, okay, still a little, just a little bit sore right now, but it's not as bad. The thing I was reading about is, hydrating before, during, and after a stream. So that's what I've been doing, and it seemed like that's helping. I remember years ago, I took a trip out to Grand Canyon and a couple other like villages and stuff like that along the way. And I remember hiking like several, well, let's see, well, it would have been 8 miles for one direction and 8 miles back and stuff, plus a little other hikes. But like on the way back, like I was having like some early form of a was a heat stroke or something like that. Very minor though. And so like the group I was with, they were, they're getting me like hydrated and stuff, so to speak. And we had another person in our group too that was with us. She wasn't feeling well either, so we just kind of kept an eye on her. And by the time we got to Peach Springs, like her condition was just getting worse. So like passed out, had to be carried, like rushed into like, one of the vans, and then taken out to some hospital on Route 66. So they're kind of a detour for where we're going to Flagstaff. And let's just say she made it. Uh, Doctors were able to like get her some IVs and stay hydrated and rest a bit. Stay there overnight. Me, I was still hydrating too. Like I've been drinking a bunch of the water they had in their van. It wasn't until like a couple days afterwards, like I had the opposite effect of dehydration, which was like overhydration. I'm like, what's going on? So I had to like breathe in a paper bag and stuff like that in order to like deoxygenate myself and fix the problem. But yeah, it was an experience. They say like after your first heat stroke, you're more liable to get another one. Which I mean, I don't know how that works. I don't think that's usually the case. I think it just depends on, different people and how sensitive they are with the heat and hydration. Like me, I've been pretty good for the most part staying hydrated in extreme weather. Like I went camping last year for a week, had plenty of water, stayed hydrated, stayed out of the sun the most part. Things like that in order to maximize my hydration and stuff. Not get burned up by the sun. Yeah, yeah, I take that stuff seriously. That helps, and wafer helps early on, especially for champions and later game bosses and stuff. Let's just use it here. I didn't think there was a secret room, and I'm a little surprised like that didn't get the other one, but okay. Okay, let's see here. And that last run was something else, that last run. Like, I'm surprised we survived all those small rooms or like really bad bosses. Okay, we're like 1 away from death, so let's just be careful here. But yeah, I was just surprised. It's like, jeez. Like, why you do this? Like, I can understand, like, you gotta add some variations of challenges and stuff like that, but it's like, some people just kind of rely on trying to get more wins in order to get their cracked crown. Now, for me, I got it like 5 times. So, I need it 1 more time. But, like, other people, it's like, oh, well, I need it because, like, I haven't got it yet. Like, period. Which is understandable. Let's go in here for a second here. We might get a spirit heart. Oh my word, what happened? Is this Curse of the Mate? No, it's not. Did I forget that there was like these spike things over here? And, okay. Man, I forgot about that. Okay, we'll take this. And this glowing hourglass or hero. Not all heroes wear capes. But yeah, it's oh, hello, Haunt. Just talking about you in the last video. The thing that needs to be fixed too is just kind of like this directional thing. And like Haunt not like backing off. And he's like in my personal space. Come on. There we go. And we just gotta live with this fight. But yeah, it was just like ridiculous with that. People were just so mad about reading the comments. It's like, oh, this happened. So I guess some people re-rolled and they got a brimstone and stuff. The thing is, like, there's no like 9 lives that they got, and they had no holy mantle, so it's like they're destined to die. No devil deal, which is to be expected. Now that's gonna help a little bit. We are not going back. I imagine like maybe repentance is going to fix some of those kind of issues, so to speak. Oh man, I shouldn't be weaving like that. I mean, they're fixing the GB bug thing. They're doing something different with it and holy water and stuff like that. I think that would help alleviate some of the problems. because like you can't really. I mean, you could take all those items out of the game. You know, the overabundance of things, but like I think they need to find a balance of like. And, oh man, I thought we are dead. Never mind. I keep thinking we had one heart left or half a heart. Yeah, it's kind of a tough call, really, to find a balance. You know what I miss, though? Is, like, some swimming, doing some swimming. Like, around here, like, pretty much most of the pools and stuff like that, or all of them are closed, except for, like, outdoor ones. And I haven't done it in a while. Oh, he died. Okay, let's, you know what? Let's try another random run. Instead of, like, another whatever run. Oh, what we got? Oh, wow. Just speak of the devil, we got a last run here. QZ13AFCA. So hopefully this is a little bit more merciful than our daily. Drink some water here. Speaking of water too, like thing I was reading about, like about acne and stuff like that. Of course, drinking water helps significantly with oils in your face and stuff like that, and cutting back on certain foods that contribute to it. I seen somewhere like mixing some water with some white vinegar, but you have to have like a high ratio of water and very low ratio of white vinegar, so that way you don't burn your face. Get like second degree burns or something weird from vinegar. And what you do is like you spray it on your body or whatever is affected, and then you just shower it off after it's dry. And the standard cleanliness thing too, of course, is changing your bed sheets and regularly, and changing your clothes on a regular basis every day. Things like that on top of everything, because it's all bacteria, really. Keep thinking, yeah, bursting sack makes old spiders friendly. Keep forgetting that. That's gonna help a little bit. I keep thinking it's a trash item, but it's not. I mean, to an extent it is, but then it's like helpful for me for the lost. So we can go in there. I keep like some ice water, well, ice cold water at least, in the fridge. Just have a little extra something there in case like I need something to kind of further like deal with my quench. Okay, Larry Jr. Now he's not too bad. He's also sneaky. We can fly over poops and everything else. Just the other day, speaking of drinks and stuff like that, I got some grenadine. And that's like, it's usually like pomegranate or cherry or both flavors and stuff in there. It's really good at making Shirley Temples, which if you don't know what those are, they're nicknamed after Shirley Temple, the kid performer who, this girl who used to sing and tap dance and stuff like that. I don't know the history behind like why it's called Shirley Temple. Maybe because like Shirley Temple used to drink something like that back in the day. I used to drink it when I was a kid, like at restaurants and stuff. They would mix grenadine together and they would put some cherries in there, and so it makes the water like a red color. Obviously food coloring stuff, but like, what hit us? Oh, I see. Yeah, that thing. Let's see here. We just squeeze over here. See, these guys kind of like this guy right here kind of blends in with the Stonies. There we go. Emperor card, huh? We might be able to use that once we, See, I'm just getting too risky with these guys right here. Now, if we had, like, Midas Touch or, like, Turdy Touch or something, we can use that offensively, maybe. They're risky, but... A nice clear room, that's nice to see. No keys, okay. That's also nice to see. What is this, like Guppy's Tail moment now? Yeah, grenadine is real good. I mean, depending what kind of grenadine you get, of course. Though I'm not a expert. That face. It's like soy face or something. Yeah, it just kind of depends on like... Yeah, another gold chest. I mean, you just gotta have to like buy and see, or like look at reviews or something online to see how it is. Like the stuff I got, it's called Roses or something like that. And that brand is somewhat something we've used off and on over the years. But I mean, it seems like the store I go to and stuff, I know others went to, it seemed like they only sell it, most of the time that they had available is the large bottles, not the small ones. And I got the large bottle, so you don't need a whole lot to really mix it up. The others had other stuff too. I was interested there. I mean, these are meant for like alcohol drinks mostly, but like... I mean, you could do either or, you know? I mean, heck, you could do both. You could just, like, mix it all together. Okay, let's see here. Oh, let's go in here. Yeah, it's like... I don't even know what to say, I guess. I mean, I had some drinks over the years. Alcohol drinks, of course. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, some of the stuff I had. I do not like, you know, generic beer, though. You know, like Coors Light or Budweiser or any of that. I tried. I just don't care for it. I really don't. Now, I like my German beer. You know, a little bit pricier beer. Not like the cheap German beer, but I think it's called a stout? Oh, something like that. It's some kind of a type of beer. It isn't too bad. Oh, little Brim, if only we had you in the last like daily. But yeah, it's another mix too that I was thinking about getting, but I'm just kind of holding off. It's like blue lemonade kind of stuff. I mean, it's obviously blueberry and lemonade, of course, or something like that. I mean, if they do it right, it might be pretty good. But like, I just don't want to spend money on something that probably tastes like bad, and then I got this huge bottle. We got Guppy's head, so that's going to help a little bit. 1/3 away from Guppy. I'm looking for the other Guppy piece. The body. I don't really drink much though. It's a thing like alcohol. I used to drink like a bunch of soda years ago. Just all sorts of stuff. I used to drink RC. Just trying to remember here. A lot of RC for some reason. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all those big name ones. Then also the generic like Walmart and Hy-Vee brands, so to speak, and stuff like that. This room is just like spooky. There we go. I mean, they're alright. I mean, they're cheap, obviously. Dr. Pepper, like, I've done a little bit of Dr. Pepper. It's not too bad. There's even a recipe out there about a hot Dr. Pepper, which I've yet to try. Now, that item's kind of good, but it's like, do I want to give it up for Guppy's head? So damage is not that great, but we might be able to get it up. I almost had an opportunity to drink a Bloody Mary on the train on the way out to Arizona. Do we want bombs? Oh! Okay, let's take this in case we get an orbital. That's also kind of nice. Now I'm thinking maybe we should have took the bombs. Let's see. Secret room's not gonna do much. That ain't gonna do much. I mean, that won't even do anything at all. Really? That tenor rock. Oh yeah, just well yeah. Oh, look at that. I got key profit. Just like the third golden chest or something. It's like pays out with a golden. Not a golden chest. Third whatever. Third tenor rock that paid out a golden chest. So hopefully we get an orbital on this floor now, at this point, because damage doesn't seem like it's existent yet. Bomb's nice. See, now it pays out. Something here. Luck upgrade. Doesn't do much for us. I used to drink like a bunch of coffee too when I was going to school. I'd go to Starbucks off and on before I like started like making my stuff at home. And I would usually get like cold brew and like some shots of not vodka. I meant to say shots of oh, what is it? Espresso? I think that's what it was. So like extra caffeine on top of extra caffeine. I remember one night, like, I had to do a bunch of project works because, like, I was putting stuff off at last minute for schoolwork. And I decided to put it off the last minute. And so I had to get around to, like, do the work at night. I'm like, how am I going to stay up for this? I'm like, I'm going to go get some coffee. So I did. And I decided to get cold brew. I don't know what size it was. And then let's see here. What is this? We'll keep the chariot card because it's gonna be really good. No, that's gonna. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna like stick this out here. Let's go in here first to see if there's any money to buy stuff. And I decided to get a cold brew and 3 shots of espresso. And that was a mistake. Okay, that was pretty good. And like I was having heart palpitations, of course, and just feel just like tired and awake at the same time, just like in between like threshold of just like being messed up. And oh yeah, it kept me awake all right all night through the morning and almost like the next day. And it was just like, jeez. Never did it again though, because caffeine can really mess you up. Oh, I just see we got two item rooms here. So let's look for that first. Nowadays it's like I make my own coffee at home. Not cold brew, but just coffee. Dark roast. And it's sure, I tell you, it's sure cheaper than going to like a coffee shop for the most part. You get better quality too, because you have more of, you know, choice in the matter of what you want. You just gotta buy the beans and stuff. I also grind mine down too, because like, I guess when you have it in powder form, it makes it not as great quality as like when you initially grind them. So that's what I do too, and it's a little bit tougher to find variety of beans locally. It's mostly like ground stuff. Nothing wrong with ground beans and stuff. It's just ground up beans. It's just I just prefer it, you know, fresher. That I grind them. Oh, we did go to the item room. Whatever, we got some extra consumables, and we were able to make our shop work. We might be able to push it further. So, yeah, it's a little bit extra work to like grind the beans, clean everything up, and you know, boil water and stuff. Yeah, but you're also saving the cost of money as opposed to like time. And we'll take that. Okay. Let's see what this is. Okay, some extra bombs. It's not bad. 5 cents or 3 cents for 4 bombs. That's not too bad here. Plus we got a card in case like some things are gonna come up in this. Bombs are key. Now he can get a little tough. If you're not fast enough, which we're just fast enough for him. Tea, like, I haven't had tea in a while. I'm not so much of a tea person, I guess. I'm more in the lines of coffee. I'm not so big into, like, energy drinks or energy shots or caffeine pills, any of that. Like, I've tried energy drinks in the past. Let's just use this. I don't like them. It's just... You can get so used to them, too. Cause some problems, too. Oh, these the guys. Every time I see these guys, they kind of remind me of just like some Marine snipers or something like that. They're just gonna snipe you across the map when they got like crazy accuracy. Now you see that item. That item won't really do much unless we die. That's it. Now that'd be I mean, that'd be a nightmare actually if they were to let it proc if your Holy Mantle breaks. That's the thing they should do too with the repentance thing. It's like there's issues typically with like demon beggars and like the lost running into them, or like the machines, donation machines. I think there should be a way to where like it kind of like turns off the. I mean, it uses the effect of the Holy Mantle being like hit, just like that, and like no coins and stuff like that come out. Because that's just been a huge issue for a while. Okay, so this is going to give us more of utility, because at this point we don't have an orbital. Though we got like little guys with us, it's not going to do much with comes to like orbital damage here. Yeah, I mean it's just like the daily run almost. Only we got better damage, a little bit better items. I mean, tea's got just as much benefits as coffee too, antioxidants and stuff like that. As long as you get the right stuff, that's the thing. Like you can't get that same effect with Folgers or like Arizona tea. It's just a bunch of like sugar and additives and stuff like that. And usually not real stuff. Oh boy, that was close. Did you see that piece of brain trying to get me? Man, that was close. My heart was racing a little bit there. Having some flashbacks from the last run. That's a trick too. It's like a lot of companies, they kind of put a bunch of additives and stuff in there that ain't good for you. It doesn't give you as much of a benefit. So you just, do some research if you want, and whatever you're into, You can be like a light person, light coffee and stuff, decaf, or you could be like, moderate or whatever, or something like super caffeinated. It's just up to you, There's like thousands of different ways to prepare coffee too, even. Just a variety of ways. It's just crazy. Because it's all about mixture and stuff, and they have their own names and stuff to them too. I remember like whenever I went to like hotels and motels and had some of their coffee there, I mean, they're obviously using Folgers or something cheap. You can tell by the quality and its taste and stuff. Like something is amiss. Granted, it is coffee, but I've also had Panera coffee. There was a jug and stuff that was offered to us. I'm like, you know what? Let's skip the thing for now and come back to it after the devil deal. We're not doing that. I mean, the stuff worked. I mean, if coffee's coffee, you know. It's still gonna, you know, wake you up and stuff and do stuff. But it's just like the additive stuff they put in there can be like not good for you. You know, arsenic and stuff like that. For like tea, certain teas. Just like with rice. You just can't have a bunch of it. And certain rices got a certain amount of arsenic. Even got some that just like put a bunch of plastic in there. Heck, they even do that with like salts and stuff like that, spices, and like cheap you know, cheap forms of it, cheap inorganic salt. Bombs and bombs and bombs. Bombs, we're gonna take that. 3 for bombs? No. More bombs. More bombs. And bombs. We are at tier cap. I'm gonna say no to that tier bombs. So now we got a little bit of wiggle room left to like find some Devil Deal items and boss fights and stuff like that. Maybe like a small chance in Devil Deals. Got in here. Tempting, but I don't know. Yeah, we're kind of powerful, but we're still kind of lacking with the damage. Maybe a little bit more defense would be nice. For luck. I mean, I don't feel too lucky yet. Just hopefully no greed fights for this floor, please. Got some pins. We got BFF though, that's real nice. It's gonna make our familiars produce more damage. Let's just do it this way. Okay. Curse of the Maze. But yeah, it's they have a thing called London's Fog or something like that, which is a type of drink you can order secretly on the Starbucks menu, which is like, I guess this represents like London's foggy conditions. I don't know why they call it like that. Because I guess maybe the stuff they put in there, so it's like creamer, I think, and I don't know. I can't remember what's all in there. I know Starbucks is really known for their sugary drinks. The pump and dumps. Whee! Okay, there we go. I've seen some things online about like people ordering Starbucks and they're not ordering much coffee or no coffee at all, and instead they're putting like a bunch of orders for a bunch of pumps for sugar toppings and stuff. We're gonna use this. And just a lot of unnecessary sugar. It's crazy. It's just like people prefer like a bunch of sugar over like coffee. I mean, granted, when I was a kid, I tried coffee for the first time, which was Folgers. Guess that's not a good, starting, coffee drink for like people, especially kids. And take that. I do not need Libra. We got some damage. We got stuff. We got 99 keys. So, Guppy's tail, where are you? Nowadays, it's like, well, yeah, I gotta have some coffee. Kid me be like, yuck. I mean, it's the same thing, when it comes to food, too, It's like... Oh, dog food, my favorite. No, not really. But... we'll keep looking around this floor, maybe. We might be able to fight this and see. I mean, same thing, with like vegetables and stuff too. It's like when your kid is like, "Oh, I don't like salad." Da da. Salad's real good for you. Nowadays, it's like, man, give me some salad. Probably not with like black olives and weird stuff like that. Tomatoes. I mean, they're okay by themselves. I mean, black olives, I'm not sure. Tomatoes, I mean, I don't know. I just prefer just mostly the leafy greens and then just put some blue cheese on there. Actually, we might be able to find another card here. Black card doesn't really help too much. Using a keyboard to navigate here. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's... I mean, it's interesting how taste buds just kind of like change over the years. One time you don't like this and that, and now it's like... That's disgusting. One thing I don't like, and I normally like other stuff that's like salsa related. Skeleton key. I mean, it's free. Black Lotus doesn't do much either. Yeah, it's just the problem I have with this. Is it called White Claw? Yeah, White Claw. It's supposed to be like seltzer, like beer or something like that. Seltzer, alcohol, beverage of some sort. And I remember having it, and I just got sick from it. Straight up sick from it. I'm like, what the heck? Because normally the only time I get sick if I mix like wine and beer and stuff like that together. Like super sick. And this by itself is just making me sick. And I'm like, what's going on here? It's just making me sick. But yeah, I don't drink that anymore. It's a popular like drink for like college students and stuff like that because it's cheap and it's like trendy. Kind of like La Crux or whatever it's called. Which La Crux is, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not alcohol. It's, of course, it's just flavored carbonated water. See, the odds of getting that is extremely rare, by the way. Get an item. But that's not going to help us much. So the thought counts. It's the thought that counts. Um, preferably I like Angry Orchard. Those kind of those fruit-based beers and stuff like that. Ciders. I mean, I've tried other stuff too. I've tried vodka, things like that, and mix it with other drinks, which isn't bad. I kind of prefer that kind of stuff over like beer. With certain beers, at least. I never had a Corona. I heard they taste bad unless you like put a lime in there. Not lime. A lemon slice? Yeah, that's what it is. Guess it makes it better. I've heard of Four Loco too. I mean, more flies. It's kind of cool. I'm blessed with these bosses so far in this run so far. I mean, it's pretty decent. I mean, sure a lot better than the daily. At this point, we don't even need... Well, never mind. Well, actually, Eve's foot procs somewhat with enemy kills instead of hits. When I was in grade school, through middle school, there was this thing we used to talk about and learn about with mixing all these sodas together. I forgot who termed it in our school. Like, I don't know if it was a teacher or if it was a student. But at the time, like, it wasn't really controversial or anything. It was like just whatever. I mean, I guess it would have been controversial even back then to say that, but like now it's like, I mean, as later years gone on, when I talk about it in school, like they say like, don't say that. It's not what it is. And it's so what it is was you mix all these drinks together, fountain drinks, and then it's called a suicide. And why it's called suicide, I have no clue. And I don't know if this is just like my school thing strictly, or if this is like something kind of commonly found, kind of like with the special S insignia. It's been found around schools, people doing them, kids doing them. But yeah, like, obviously I don't call it that anymore, and I don't like mix them up like that as much anymore, but oh, we might die here. We might. There we go. And see, now I'm kind of regretting taking. See, that flight's going to help us a little bit more. Hermit. We'll take Hermit. Yeah. No, we don't want to take Hermit. We want to take the other one. Whatever. So, Yeah, that whole thing with that. It was a different time, of course. Let's try using this. Oh, up one room. That's cool. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to think what else to say here. Drink wise, you know. I mean, milk's pretty good. I mean, I haven't had milk in a long time because sugar and stuff. But we were drinking a lot of it growing up. It's really good with Oreos too. Real good. Milk and cereal's pretty good too. I never tried like cereal with water though. I've heard some people have done it. I don't know. Maybe it'd be fine. Gonna taste weird though. Another thing that's pretty good is like coarse chocolate milk, you know, OG. Or not really OG, but you know. Strawberry milk's good too. So this room might have some potential. Kind of did a little bit, somewhat. A little bit of extra damage. I don't like see as much like strawberry milk, you know, people drink or anything. It's out there. It's just I haven't seen much of it. Okay, Isaac. So we got him half that phase. Go through here. Oh, man. And here, another thing that's good is hot cocoa. That stuff is the bomb. I haven't had that in a while. Not so much with Ovaltine. It's like a cheap form of cocoa. Not cocoa, hot cocoa. What we got here? Well, Black Candle helps. I mean, if there were a curse, and I don't know there was. We are Beelzebub, which is like irrelevant, because... Well, except for the fly enemies, but like... Apart from that, like, we could already fly. So that was a little, like, underwhelming for that. You can tell a difference too with like milk quality, you know, where it's from, like how much fat's in it, stuff like that. Preferably, I like whole milk because it's fattier and sweeter. Go. Oh, speaking of which, we got that holy water. Just kind of just chilling there until we take a hit and die, and it'll just spill and do nothing productive. Okay. So we have looked and found nothing on the west part. So let's go on to, let's say, the East. Remember there was one time I found in my freezer, we have this old freezer in the basement, and found this old milk that's been in this freezer for like over 10 or 20 years. I guess we forgot about it. We're just cleaning out one day, and it was so old, like the milk turned purple. So I assume that's just like all the bacteria and mold and stuff like that in there. I mean, one glass of that stuff's gonna kill you. Even a sip even. Probably even smelling it would get you. So there's nothing on that end either. These guys are just sneaky. There we go. I think they even got like competition somewhere, like farming stuff to where they do taste tests for milk from cows. And they get like ribbons and stuff like that, and prizes. I mean, milk. I mean, to a certain degree, certain milk just tastes like certain milk. Like I don't have those kind of gifted taste buds. Same with coffee too, somewhat. Like most coffees, especially like, man, we just got like 2 like infinite like payouts like in the same room. That's really fortunate. But yeah, I can't tell much of a difference between coffee quality for like certain ones. Like if I got like something the same brand as the other one, but it's a different flavor or something, I can't tell much of a difference smell-wise. You two gonna drop me, huh? Anything important? A bone heart, huh? Ooh, boy. Bone heart. Oh, I can use that. Just nickel and dime me at this point. Oh, wow, range upgrade. Cool. Actually, you know what? Oh man, I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Come to think of it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you get like whatever, it's a payout from those greedy beggars and stuff. They, I think they still pay you from the item pool, regular item pool for the mother. Even with chaos, it looks like. So blowing that up is like, yeah. I knew they were gonna like drop items when you blow them up, but it's like, I forgot the other thing. I just give me more health and more money because I'm broke. There we go. This room isn't too bad. What we got in here? Tears up. Doesn't do much for us now. Bombs are key. Telly pills. We might be able to use this if like something goes weird on this fight. So we'll use this. Try to whittle him down. Get him out of that phase. There we go. There we go. That run went pretty well for a last run. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.